In case I don't learn how to edit, hi. Hi. This is what the show's gonna look like. I have no idea what I'm doing or how I'm gonna edit this or put this on YouTube. I don't even have a YouTube channel yet, but you know what? It's 2024 and things are changing. I have to be on video. Every episode needs to be on video. Even if my guests don't want to be on, I still want you guys to be able to watch me. And so, here goes nothing. Okay. I have all my stuff together. This is actually the first time that I've recorded where I don't have notes on my computer. I just jotted notes down on paper. And so, you know, first time for everything. Okay. All right. Let me see. I do not know how to edit. And so you guys are just going to see everything. All right. Okay. New year, different bitch. You know, I think this show is 3 years old, which is just crazy to say. And I think every year I say, new year, same bitch. But not anymore. I'm making a change this year. This year I'm saying, new year, different bitch. And I have some goals that I want to achieve. First up is being on video. So starting with this episode, I am going to be posting, videoing and posting it over on YouTube. I haven't even started a YouTube channel yet, but we're going to make this work, okay? Because I know you guys want to see me and I want you to see me too. It's just, I'm very intimidated. I have been on video for every episode of Toy Stories, but for Midlife Craving, this is new. And so, welcome. Okay, so we're talking about goals for the new year. Video is number one. Also, I am planning to be on social media as much as I can. I feel like last year I really took a step back when it came to, my Just the Tip Tuesdays over on TikTok or, sharing reels and stuff like that over on Instagram. And I'm going to get back into it. I am laser focused on, growing my shows and giving you guys more content. So that's another one of my goals. I really want to write a book. I've been debating, and if you have any comments, let me know, but I really want to write the 60-day no-D diet. The reason why is because that time period in my life and doing that changed and helped me immensely, and I want to share that with the world. I have so many friends, and I know of so many people that are getting out of a marriage, getting out of a relationship, and they just immediately seek and try to find another one, and it's like, you got to cut out the noise so that you can focus and heal and grow a little bit on your own. 60 days may not sound like a long time, but try doing that without sex and you let me know, because that shit was a long time. But it was a really productive, successful, and healing time for me in my life. And so I want to talk about that and write a book about that. I think I want to do I'm thinking like a manual or a handbook of the blowjob Bible. All of my blowjob tips, like in detail, from being enthusiastic about them to my signature moves, positions, stuff like that. It's something that I really want to do too. So those are my goals for this year. And I'm going to ask you, what are your goals? I was listening to this song the other day and it said, there was this lyric in it and it said, "This is your life. Does everything look all right?" And I'm looking around my life and there's a lot of things that I need to work on that I would like to do more of. And I don't know. I was thinking, I'm kind of feeling, and one of the biggest reasons why I started this show is because I feel like no one talks about this phase of life, this crazy phase of life where it's, the midlife crisis. And I'm feeling that a lot right now. I talk about all of the things that I crave and how I indulge in them. And most of the time I do, but I don't know, something feels like it's missing lately. And I think it's allowing myself to be more creative. I don't know, it's a very transformative phase right now for me. And so I'm going to focus on the things I can control and set some goals and really meet them this year. It's not the new year, same bitch. Like I want to be different this time. And so that's what I'm doing. I feel like there's change everywhere right now, but that's okay. I'm going to find my way and make it through. And I'm here, of course, openly sharing it with you. And if you can resonate or you feel the same way that I do, you know what I mean? Like you have this in common with me, sit in the passenger seat, baby. Like riding shotgun, okay? Like you are not alone. And I want to talk more about this midlife phase. It's fucking crazy, right? Okay, so on to more exciting things. Let's talk about some fun stuff coming up for me this year. I have some really hot lifestyle events coming up. I have all-girl sleepover next month. I'm very excited to celebrate my friend's birthday, and she wants to have an all-girl sleepover. I think she said we're going to like watch, old movies and, chick flicks and even have like a sexy pillow fight, which sounds fun for me. I don't want to spoil it because I know she might listen to this, but fuck it. Sorry if you're listening. I'm going to make her a match game. So if you guys know me and you follow me over on my website, midlifecraving.com, I have the sex match game. I have a rated R and like a PG-13 one to, break the ice, if you will. However, I do not have one for the gals in my life. And so I'm going to make one that's really for girl on girl play. I'm very excited about it. And I will upload it to the website as soon as I make it. And I'm really excited to try it with her. So, and all the other gals. So that's coming up. Also, another lifestyle party in a few weeks. I am counting down to that. When they had the last party, I was recovering from my hysterectomy, and damn, like I missed that. Like I missed out, okay? And I had extreme FOMO, and I don't want to miss another party. And so I'm really, really, really looking forward to that. Their house parties are fantastic, and counting down for that as well. Also, I have some friends that want to do, I don't know how to say this right. MFFF, or is it FMFF? Whatever. 3 girls, 1 guy, and I have a rain check for them with this event, and we are not letting that go. It is gonna fucking happen. So that as well. I'm still out here, looking for consistent cock, okay? I'm still struggling with the vanilla and rainbow sherbet worlds, okay? And like how they're gonna mix. I'm struggling with how to tell people like the way that I've been living my life over the past couple of years and the things that I'm into, because it is a very unconventional way of life. I think I mentioned it 2 episodes ago, and I said, God, do I tell them on the first date? Like, do I just jump in with both feet and say, hey, look, this is what I'm into, this is what I'm about? Or do I hold back a little bit, let them do some talking, see where they're at, and then eventually break it to them? Like what, 3rd date, 5th date? When is the right time? I wrote down this quote that I saw, and someone said, your partner should enhance whatever you love most about yourself. And when I thought about that, I was like, what I love most about me is that I can be me. I am free. I'm completely liberated as fuck, okay? And I love letting my freak flag fly. So I think I'm going to continue to just be me, even if it's on the first date. They're going to make up their mind no matter when I tell them, right? And I know it's not like this massive deal, like, oh geez, Adrienne, you've been in the lifestyle. Okay, cool. But it is though. And I'm telling you, like, I've had some issues where people are like, you do what? You fuck other people's husbands? I'm like, yeah, but their wife is in the room. I'm like, okay. And I know, like I said, it's not conventional. It's very unique and different than what a lot of people have heard or seen or done in their life, but it's me, and I want someone who's gonna love and embrace that about me. So, but I'm still on that mission to find that consistent cock, okay? I'm also doing some traveling this year. I'm going to Orlando in April. I'm so excited. It's my friend Mike's birthday and it's spring break. I'll throw in a couple days at Disney World, but really the trip is going to be about relaxing and some downtime. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then I'm going to Jamaica for the first time in August. So I'll be doing that. And then my friend Mike, I love him so much. He is taking me to Vegas next week. I have never been to Vegas before. It's funny to me because he said, hey, you know, I know you've been busy, you've been going through a lot of stuff. He's like, let's get away. Like, he's going to a conference, and he was like, hey, I'm going to fly you out and we'll spend the weekend in Vegas. So, first time gal going to Vegas. It's surprising that I've never been there before. But do me a favor, if you have any tips or tricks or things that I definitely should not miss, send me a DM over on Instagram at Midlife Craving, or send me an email, midlifecraving@gmail.com. I want to hear from you, and I want to hear what, you know, ideas and things you think that I should do in Vegas. And if you're following me over on Instagram, I will definitely be sharing it all on my stories and on my channel. I'm really excited about it. So, lots of stuff coming up. And like I was saying, you know, this mission for finding consistent cock. Let's talk about some of the players in my life. First up, I'll talk about Youngblood again. I told you on the last episode that he is so inconsistent and just immature for me, but I have a soft spot for him. I do. Also, if you're watching me, I never realized, what do I do with my hands? Like, I'm constantly like, what am I doing with my hands? I never really realized how much I talk with them. So back to Youngblood. I have a soft spot in my heart for him. I do. And I adore him, but he frustrates the fuck out of me. I would fuck him 4 to 5 times a week. Okay. And I've told him, I'm like, hey, listen, I don't want anything from you. I don't need anything from you. Like, just fuck me and leave me alone. And I guess he's just not that into me, or I don't know what the problem is. But I don't have time to figure that out. And so my goal, because we're talking about goals this year, and it's a different bitch. I'm going to try as hard as I can not to go back. I'm laughing because I know many of you are like, Adrian, you're going to fuck him again. And maybe I will, okay? Don't judge me, like, you know, but I'm going to try hard not to, okay? And Youngblood, if you're watching this, stop playing games, okay? Okay. Also, I think I told you that I was on Hinge. That lasted like a week. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. And then let's talk about Hot Dog. So, okay. I have not seen him since we last recorded. That was like, what, 5 episodes, I guess, or so. And I don't know. Like I said, like, there's been some times where I feel like we've gotten a little bit too close, or I don't know. Him and I, we both have so much love and mutual respect for each other, but there's not like a future with us. But we love hanging out and being together and stuff, and I've discussed this before. So I haven't heard from him in a while. Probably like, I don't know, a month. But that's not unusual. We don't really talk too much. And I was on my phone, and I get this notification that I have an email from my website. And I'm like, what? And I see his name and I see his email, and he's like, hey, Adrian, broke my phone, lost your number. I've been trying to track you down. He was like, please, you know, like, please text me as soon as you get this. I did not ghost you if you've been texting me. I really want to talk to you. Message me. And it was so funny. I'm like, you know, Hot Dog, only you. If you guys have listened, you know, to our episodes, and how we met, and, you know, our first date and all that stuff, it is so par for the course for him. I'm like, hey, I texted him. He's like, hey. And I am hoping to see him. I might actually see him next Tuesday. I'm not sure yet. He asked me to hang out. We were trying to make it work. And I'm supposed to record that night, but I'm going to try to reschedule it so I can get laid. You know, fucking priorities, okay? So hopefully next week I'll see him. And it was so cute because he said to me, you know, Adrian, I really want to come back on the show too. Because if you want to be a guest on the show, you can go over to midlifecraving.com, and it says like, be a guest. And that's the one that he filled out. And he was like, and by the way, ... I want to come back on the show. So maybe next week we will record. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But Hot Dog, he's doing good. He's definitely doing good. Okay. So, what else have I been up to? I had my first G-spot stimulated orgasm 2 weeks ago. And I had it with the new OG3 over on tracysdog.com. You know what? I have him around here somewhere. I do. This is fun if you're watching me on YouTube. Oh my God, it's dirty. Shit. You know what? Whatever. This is real. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see that I have the toy and I'm going to show it to you. Okay, so you guys know the OG. You've heard me talk about and you've seen OG Flo. OG3 is Tracy's dog's newest toy, and I am still getting to know this toy, but what I fucking love about this is the G-spot portion, the G-spot stimulator. It is so powerful. I have never experienced a toy that has this much power pressing up against my G-spot, and I swear to God, I had the most intense buildup, and I was thinking, like, you know, I'm used to having an orgasm, right? And I know what an orgasm feels like, but it was like this powerful buildup, and then I just had this massive orgasm that like felt like it came from my G-spot, and it was incredible. And it was using the OG3 over on tracysdog.com. Don't forget, by the way, if you use code Cravers20, CRAVERS20, then you get 20% off. So it's the new OG3. And I'm telling you, I actually used just the G-spot portion and came again. Okay, G-spot stimulated orgasm. All right, so I'm fucking with that toy. I'm still getting to know the clit sucker, or it's not a clit sucker and it's not a clit pulsar. It's like a clit vibrator, and I'm still getting to know that portion of it. But what I love about it is it's two toys in one. So I can just use the G-spot stimulator, and that's what I've been doing because I'm really enjoying having that new G-spot orgasm. Still getting to know this toy, but I like it. It's different, and I'm so sorry that it's dirty. I am the worst. Oh my God. I'm also still trying to get used to this. Lights, camera, notes, recorder. Like, am I doing everything right? Okay. What do you say we wrap? I think I've caught us up. So what do you say we wrap this New Year Different Bitch episode up with my favorite segment and yours too, just the tip. Okay? And I have some good ones today. Okay, so let's talk about, I feel like most of my tips have to do with giving a blowjob because it is my passion. It's one of my favorite things to do in the world. So here's a great tip for a blowjob. When you're going down and you're, I always say start with variety, end with consistency, and you're trying different things. A tip that I do in a way that I am pretty sure 99.9% of the time I'm going to make him come. So when you're ready for him to finish, is to make sure that you're using your hand and your mouth in a consistent motion, right? Like pushing down, pulling out. Okay, I'm like doing it in the camera. But the tip is to use your tongue and drag it along the underside of the penis, particularly paying attention to the underside of the head. I've talked to you guys about that before, but I want you to use your hand. Give some suction with your mouth. Remember, you want some saliva. You want it to make some noise. You want to be sucking, okay? And while you're doing it, use your tongue to drag up and down along the underside of the head. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to look ridiculous, but I just want to show you. So it's like, you're going to like stick your tongue out and like drag it back and forth. And for my pros out there, when you get closer to the top, you can like drag your tongue side to side or drag your tongue up and then draw a circle under the head and then back down, pull it up, back down. Like you're constantly running your tongue along the underside of his dick too, okay? Focusing on the underside of the head at times, all right? So that's my tip for a blowjob there. Okay. My next tip is if you don't have a suction cup dildo, what are you doing? Okay. I linked one over on my website, midlifecraving.com. And let me just tell you, it's a game changer. Okay. So here's a tip. Get a suction cup dildo. It sticks to drywall. It sticks to your shower wall. It can stick to many different places, headboards, whatever. But what I really love doing with it, it kind of makes me want to do it right now, is I'll put it on, and I've actually fucked this table before, my podcast table. I'll put it on the leg, like it's the leg is like that wide, so I'll stick it on there. And what I love about it is that you can take your legs and spread them with the table in the middle, and so like you can really get up on it. You know what I'm saying? So you're really like fucking that dildo because you're able to back up on it. When it's on the wall or the headboard on the shower wall, whatever, you can only go back so far. And when you straddle, you know, I mean, it could be a pole, a fucking leg table, whatever. I'm telling you, just do it, okay? When there's times where I feel like I really want to get fucked, that's what I do. And get yourself a suction cup dildo. If you need a link, it's over on my website, or send me a DM. I'll drop it to you. It's a must-have in your toy box, okay? I want to talk about blowjobs again because, like I said, it's my passion, okay? And I want to talk about one of my signature moves, something that I do that a lot of guys are like, wow, okay. In fact, one of my friends said, you can really tell how much you love doing this. And listen, that's like the biggest part, right? Like he knows that I'm loving it. I'm worshiping his cock. It's everything to me, right? Like all of those things are going to lead to him feeling really, really good and having an amazing orgasm. So my signature move and something that I do, first, I communicate with my partner and I say to them, hey, are you too sensitive afterwards? Like, do you mind if I keep your cock in my mouth a little bit? And usually they're like, you want to do what? Because I guess, you know, most women are like, I'm out of here. And I'm like, no. Like, I just want to kind of give you a massage with my mouth after you come. And what I love to do is just like to feel his cock in my mouth, and it's like getting softer. And I'll suck on it. I'll just like lay it in my mouth and drag my tongue back and forth. Like I said, doing circles around the head. Just taking my time, really just sucking it, kissing on it, rubbing his balls, like kind of like an afterglow massage, okay? They love this, and it's very unique. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to get hard again, and we're fucking again, okay? So there is motivation for that for me. But that's like, it's a pro move, okay? So just give that little extra attention, you know, aftercare, it means everything. All right. Let's talk about eating pussy, okay? I need more eating pussy tips, by the way. I want to talk about taking your time when you're going down on a woman before you get to the clit, right? Like, I know the clit is like where, that's like the little man in the boat, the magic button, whatever. We all know, like, that's what we really want stimulated. But take your time, invest in the warm up of it, right? So, you know, kiss and lick all around the the lips and the labia, and like take your time, like slowly tease above the clit, on the side of the clit, and really, like I said, like invest in the warm up. Use your fingers, do that come here movement that we love so much, by the way, and take your time before you start pounding and flicking, you know, your tongue on the clit. That is the way that I always come, is that consistent flicking on my clit, but I want you to take your time. And if you invest in the buildup of it all, it's less time that you're going to be flicking your tongue on the clit, because I'm already built up, ready to go. I'm going to come hard, okay? So just take your time. Invest in the warm-up when it comes to eating pussy. I have a tip for just fucking in general, okay? I want you to remember that it's about the journey, not the destination. My very best lovers and the best sexcapades I've ever had have been sessions where there's lots of foreplay, lots of making out. It starts off really slow. Then, you know, you can go to Pound Town for a minute, okay? But it doesn't have to be like that and then straight to orgasm. My very best lovers have all taken their time. They've taken breaks where, you know, I remember Mr. July, like, he was famous for being like, all right, I'm going to eat you out now for a little while. And, you know, because we're like fucking, and it's, you know, it's a lot of work. And he takes the time, eats me out, I have an orgasm, and then it's back to Pound Town. Or I'll take time and go down on him. Or we'll even, there's some times where, like with my dom, we'll take a break and we'll just like laugh and giggle a little bit, and then I'll just be like stroking him slowly with my hand, and we'll be talking and kissing, or, you know, he's playing with my tits for a while, whatever. But it's just a slow journey, right? Like, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And listen, quickies, I love them. And sometimes it is fuck me hard, right? And let's fucking come. But I really do feel like it's important to remember it's about the journey, not the destination most of the time. Okay, so take your time. All right. What else did I want to say about that? Oh yeah, like, you know, it's okay to like go from like foreplay to oral and then back to fucking. You know what I mean? Whatever. I'm probably gonna cut that out. If you're watching on video, this is the shit I do. I wrote like a little note and I'm like, what? Okay. My next tip is I want to talk about is breath play. If you guys know me, you know that breath play is my kink. And it's something I, you know, experience only with trusted and, you know, partners that I have that trust and foundation with. It's not for everyone. But I want to talk about a choking move because it's very important that you squeeze from the sides of the throat and you don't do like a between the thumb and pointer finger press on the front of the throat. Okay, so there's a big difference here. So if someone says, I want you to choke me or pin me down, whatever, squeeze the side of their throat, not pushing down on their windpipe. Okay, so we're gonna do this and not this if you're watching. Okay, squeeze on the sides, not pressing with your palm on the front of the throat. Okay, now this is a tip that I have not tried yet. But someone told me about it and I said, I'm going to share it with my cravers and I'm going to try it with a partner soon. But someone said if you put like a little bit of lube inside of the condom first, water-based, by the way, that it feels amazing. And I'm like, you know, that's a really good idea. So the next time I have sex, I'm going to try that. Like put a little bit of lube. Remember, a little bit goes a long way. Inside the condom. Then put it on and then fuck, right? Like I'm going to ask my partner, but I want you to try that. And by the way, we should all be practicing safe sex. I'm a safe sex girly. But I want to try that. So putting lube inside the condom, like I never thought about that, you know? So something to try. Lastly, I want to talk about afterplay, okay? And communicating with your partner. It's actually like afterplay / foreplay for me, if you're asking me. But, you know, when you're done having sex, of course, and me, one of my favorite things is having that afterglow, okay? Like, oh, I just love that, like freshly fucked feeling, okay? However, I think that it's important to communicate and talk with your partner about the sex you just had. It's also very hot and it's a confidence builder in your partner. And then they'll do it with you and it builds your confidence as well. So for instance, you'll fuck and you're hanging out. And then like, let's say me and Hot Dog will go out and have dinner later and I'll look at him and I'll say, oh my God, when you lifted my legs to the side like that and just destroyed my pussy, that was so hot. Then he's like, yeah, it fucking was. And when you looked up at me when you were sucking my dick, I just melted or whatever. But say what worked. Say what you really liked. Say stuff that really turned you on and what you thought was really hot. By the way, your partner will do it again, you know? And it's okay to even say something like, hey, you know, next time I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Or, you know, I got to, for me, like I'm someone that needs to warm up before I start doggy. Ever since I had my hysterectomy, I have had issues with that. And so I think to myself, I tell my partners like, hey, I got to warm up before we do doggy. Okay. But it's like reliving those moments, having that conversation with your partner. It's really important. So that afterplay. And not immediately after. I mean, it can be, but like I like to do it a little bit later. In fact, I'm famous for writing notes to my partner and being like, hey, that was really fucking hot. And I love when you did this and that and this and that. It's super hot and it just charges things up for the next time. Okay. All right. I'm running out of time here. I am so excited for my next guest. I finally connected with Erin. We're going to record next week. She is my friend who works at my favorite sex shop down the street, and she has lots to talk about with me, including some stories of her regulars, which I'm really interested to learn and hear about this. So I will see you guys in 2 weeks. I feel very rushed, but I know this camera's going to turn off, and it's good to be back. And I want to hear about your goals too. And it's a new year and I'm going to be a different bitch. Okay. This is hard. This is hard.